Good dreary Monday morning to everybody, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on a cloudy, foggy start to this Monday, May 20th, 2013, with the daily video forecast discussion. And indeed, Sunday went to heck in a handbag as far as the weather was concerned. It was a really dreary day. We had anywhere from about an eighth of an inch, maybe a trace of rain across portions of Pennsylvania and northwestern New Jersey. Then as you got further into northern New Jersey, into New York, and down through central and coastal New Jersey, we had rainfall amounts of about a third to about a half of an inch across the region. As a result of that, this morning we have cloudy skies, and not only cloudy skies, but the skies are obscured with fog about 200 to 300 feet, where we have just completely overcast conditions, very light winds under 5 miles an hour. The air is saturated, where temperatures and dew points are about the same, running from the mid-50s into the lower 60s across pretty much the entire forecast region. And the fog is pretty dense. There is a dense fog advisory for interior sections this morning, and those fog advisories expire at around 8 o'clock. However, the fog is going to take a little bit longer than that to get out of here, but the ceiling should begin to lift. Around the coast, the fog advisories are in effect along with small craft advisories, and the fog advisories along the immediate coastal waters we'll get into in a minute. Those expire at about 12 noon this afternoon, so it's going to take a while for this dense fog to burn off and the skies to open up into a much more unstable atmosphere, but a much more heated one as well. And this temperature again in Navy Lakehurst is erroneous, and this thermometer needs to be taken off and recalibrated. Once again, our dense fog advisories here will expire at 8 o'clock. These are all the areas in pink here. Right along the coast, fog advisories are until noon, actually, across the region. This might be a little deceptive here. If we get to the coastal areas, the immediate barrier islands, these are into effect until noontime today. It says 8 o'clock in the morning, but some of the regions here will have to wait for that to burn off. We do have small craft advisories in effect for east winds at 5 to 10 knots, becoming southerly as a warm front begins to wash out as it lifts north across the region. The warm front is in southern New Jersey right now, and probably will not directly pass through before it dissipates or breaks up a little bit. Seas on the ocean today, 4 to 5 feet. And then areas of dense fog early this morning, scattered showers across the region this afternoon. Patchy drizzle early this morning too. We're showing that on the radar, actually in the surface observations. Tonight, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots, gust up to 20 knots. And then seas about 4 feet. And we could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms early this evening. Patchy fog once again developing after midnight. Should not be as widespread nor as dense as tonight. And the winds will begin to pick up from the south on Tuesday at 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 in the afternoon with the heating of the day. Seas 4 to 5 feet. Again, patchy fog in the morning. Southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Same song Tuesday night. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Southerly winds 10 to 15 knots on Wednesday. There is a chance of showers that day too. There is also a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be mild, not necessarily along the coast as much as inland locations, and we'll get to that in a minute. And by the time we reach Thursday, southwest winds of 15 to 20 knots as a front comes closer to the region. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms. And finally, it looks like that front's going to come through on Friday just in time for the holiday weekend. North winds at 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet. And of course, there will be a chance of showers throughout the day and even some thunderstorms too. And this is images, the precipitation estimates that were recorded from observation stations for the New Jersey CoCoRaHS network. In northern New Jersey, anywhere from under a tenth of an inch to about a half of an inch across most of the region. Central New Jersey showed the same thing, a little bit less, again, as you got down towards the Trenton area and parts of southwestern New Jersey and into Pennsylvania and Philadelphia proper, but other amounts in central and southern New Jersey, even to the coast yesterday, got up to about a third to a half of an inch. And finally, across our southwestern tier of New Jersey, rainfall amounts there under a tenth of an inch. And from the aviational deck this morning, we can see we are socked in here with high pressure in control, but we have dense fog. All these little pink circles here indicating dense fog with visibilities 3/4 of a mile there at the Linden Airport. We go back into Morristown, the visibility is at a mile, and it's completely overcast there. Into northern New Jersey at Sussex Airport, visibilities are improving to 4 miles there. Down around the coast at Belmar, visibilities are a quarter of a mile this morning. Also at Wrightstown, Navy Lakehurst there, McGuire Air Force Base, we have visibilities at a mile. So things are beginning to improve. Visibilities at Mount Holly, South Jersey Regional Airport, about 1.25 miles. And as we get down to Philadelphia, visibilities are a half a mile with that fog. But we're expecting this entire area with the fog advisories to lift at 8 o'clock this morning. However, the fog will take a lot longer than that to burn off, but as the sun begins to penetrate through the clouds early this morning, we'll find most of them will become scattered to broken, scattered at 2,500 feet, broken at 12,000 feet. And then by this afternoon, we're expecting visibilities better than 6 to 10 miles, a light southwest flow of air or southerly flow of air at 10 knots, a few cumulus clouds at 400 feet and 4,000 feet actually, and broken ceilings at 20,000 feet. And for later this evening or late this afternoon, southwest winds at under 10 knots, visibility 6 to 10 miles, a few scattered clouds, broken clouds at 20,000 feet. We could have a scattered shower in the area this afternoon as well at any time, especially mid to late afternoon. Broken ceilings at 500 feet under those conditions. Otherwise, broken ceilings higher than that and with scattered clouds late this evening and early tomorrow morning, and get back into the fog bank again tomorrow morning. Here's our current surface map this morning at around 6 o'clock. This morning we can see the frontal boundary, the warm front or nearly stationary front, draped from northwestern Pennsylvania through southern Pennsylvania down around Philadelphia, and then off the southern New Jersey coast back into the Atlantic. And this warm front will probably slide through and dissipate as it makes its way through the region during this morning. Quite a lot going on the 500 millibar analysis and water vapor loop this morning. Here is our dry air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere trying to work through just south of where this frontal boundary is this morning. So we know we're going to break out of some of these clouds at least during this afternoon before a brief shower comes through. Here's our weak disturbance that was once part of a closed upper low across Texas. That is now weakening, opening up, and translating to the east. And this little wave here will ignite the opportunity for a shower or even a low-top thunderstorm in the very unstable air mass as it makes its way through the region during the afternoon. And if we take a look at the loop and slow the loop down here, we can see this disturbance here, this upper low, beginning to lift to the north and east. And this disturbance will have to get through the entire forecast region. And we have another strong upper level low across the upper plains here and the upper Midwest, and this is enhancing the downward slope or the more west to southwest flow. This is a west flow aloft, but a southwest flow at the surface. So the atmosphere is going to become much more unstable today and over the next couple of days as temperatures really begin to soar. And the Penn State E-Wall reflectivity and cloud composite showing us this morning that the dense fog and low clouds will be lifting during the afternoon. Bright sunshine in many areas, low cumulus clouds throughout the region. Temperatures really begin to soar. We'll show you the temperature profile in a minute, but temperatures could get up to near 80 degrees today. They could get into the mid-80s away from the coastal regions in the water tomorrow afternoon. Of course, the water being cooler, upper 50s to low 60s. I think it was 64 in Atlantic City and actually around Cape May this morning for the water temperature. So tomorrow will be cool with the southwest wind right along the immediate coast, but interior locations could get well into the 80s tomorrow and possibly even so on Wednesday as well. Notice the fog bank develops again overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. It should not be as widespread. And even the model here for Tuesday morning not showing much in the way of fog. In fact, most of the low clouds will be scattered about the area across Pennsylvania and across the South Shore and East Ends of Long Island. So tomorrow should not be as dim as this morning. Now, we showed you the upper low across the upper Midwest on the water vapor loop just a second ago, and pieces of that energy will probably get through here during the day on Wednesday. In fact, the NAM model wants to bring a piece of that energy over the top of the ridge, slide it down through central New York State into northwestern Pennsylvania with some very heavy thunderstorms on Wednesday night. Actually, on Wednesday night proper, Tuesday night proper, actually. So it's possible that tomorrow night you could see a few of those, and then those will weaken as they make their way off the coast. Wednesday, another sunny day. Again, mid and high level clouds, the low level cumulus clouds, and a couple of complexes working their way over the top of the ridge and few disturbances across Pennsylvania too, and we'll have to see if we can get any more showers and thunderstorms in the region on Wednesday night and Thursday. This whole upper level low will join the low in Canada, and as that happens, a strong cold front will move through the region on Friday with showers and thunderstorms, and then Thursday night and Friday, and then after that, it looks like things really improve and cool down too for the holiday weekend. And I ran over the limit of the video today, so I'm going to have to cut it short, and I've got a very busy, hectic day here in the office and outside too. So we'll get back to you bright and early tomorrow morning on Tuesday. Be safe out there in any shower or thunderstorm activity, and skies will brighten and temperatures will feel very summer-like today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. But remember, the chance of showers and thunderstorms is still in the forecast pretty much every day, especially late afternoon and evening hours with the strong heating of the day. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. We'll be back bright and early on Tuesday morning.